Monday, the 9th of September 2024, members of MHA got together with Niburu London to discuss the highlight of their summer, and this is what we discovered.
Well, my highlight in June, it was going into the garden, started out in the garden, enjoying my garden, and remember I said to you, I leave my icebox and go into my forest garden. Well, from that idea that, Martin, you put into my head, I wrote a poem of my country, the rainforest, and the gills of the world. And then I read it to the Enfield Council, Enfield Racial and Equality Council, and I got a prize. Another highlight was the party here, Caribbean team, and we won a prize as well. But I didn't come to win a prize. I just come because of the party. And so the poem is gone viral. I sent it to my brother. My granddaughter, eldest one, she follows what I do. She follows my profession and said, grandmother, you're still doing all these sort of things? So I said, yes. So that's really the highlights. I have other things, but that's the highlight.
My highlight had to be July, when for a change things panned out better than expected. We'd booked a cruise earlier this year from New York, up Canada, Greenland, Iceland, back to Southampton. But we could not get a hotel included in the package. They said, we're fully booked at the moment, we'll release some later, we'll let you know. And it got to be 3 weeks before we were sailing, and they still hadn't got anything. So I took a bit of a chance and booked it online, blind, and then I found I could not get anything in Manhattan. Not there. Hotels fully booked. And I thought, okay, we'll try Brooklyn. Not that I really Brooklyn by choice, but we booked this hotel, which was rated 3-star, pretty cheap by New York standards, just £200 the night for the two of us, breakfast thrown in. We got there and it exceeded expectations, the hotel. It was, we'd have classed it 4 to 5. And when it came to the morning, the buffet breakfast, bagels to die for. We've never had anything like it. And apparently the hotel was in the Jewish quarter, and they had the Jewish bakery supply the bagels. If I could just get those now. But it just worked out so well, even to the point of getting to the port, whereas the cruise line wanted, I think it was $80 each just for the transit to the port. We done it for $35, both of us, from the hotel to the port. So we were over the moon. It just worked out perfectly, and that was my first attempt at doing anything like.
My highlight for July was my daughter and my 2 beautiful grandchildren coming over from France, and we had a fantastic time together. And sometimes talking in French, sometimes talking in English, and me not difficult to understand French. It was lovely having 2 beautiful children around with me. And for my daughter, putting my arms around me and to be saying something like, Mama, I love you so much. If a daughter can turn around to you and say, Mama, I love you so much, you know how you feel. She's my darling daughter. Very often she'll ring me from France and say, Mama, I miss you. Mama, I love you. So obviously when I see her, we just go crazy for each other. We are just like two lovely friends, and we had a fantastic time. If she'll go anywhere, she said, Mama, if you don't want to go, I'll book a taxi and take you in the taxi. She's that sort of girl, and I just love her very, very much. So I had a great time. It was nice to have them. No cooking, Mama. We'll order food. What can you expect when you have such a darling daughter coming to your house, and she brightens the place up so much. A daughter who was so close to her dad, and she misses him so much. And she says, Mama, you are there. I want to make a fuss of you. My children want to make a fuss of you. You tell me what you want. I said, darling, I don't want anything. With the grace of Allah, I've got everything. I don't really need anything. How can I make a fuss of you? So that was great to have her. And of course, my second one in August was a beautiful party. Of course, if I'm going to a party, I do a lot of thinking. It's so stupid of me, but I still do it at my old age. I'll be going to bed at night and I'll be saying to myself, party, what should I wear? What have I got in my wardrobe? I'm not going to spend money to buy anything because I spend more of my money towards charity. Because I've got to the stage where I want to donate more money to charity. And I keep saying, now, what shall I wear? What shall I wear? Still want to be the best. Just stupid of me. But I used to think, and then I was glad that, I did wear something which everybody liked very much, and I was very proud of it. And then Maria come along, and she did my face up beautifully. I felt so proud. She had all that glitter stuck on me, and I felt so proud, and I felt so happy that, she really made my day. I love her for this. Thank you.
Well, my highlight is probably with getting to know everyone here from the group, really, because then I normally would be in the library, which I do see to make things a lot, and we, together with Aaliyah and everyone else, I have done a few sessions which everyone has all taken part in making origami designs with me, which I do teach it at times. I may at times go to other places, which I do work with children as well, special needs kids, and sometimes I may do other things as well. People may hire me at times for their kids' birthdays because I do balloon twisting as well. And yes, and it was really lovely getting to know everyone and with them all learning things from me.
To be honest, the highlight of the year for me has been regaining my health. At Christmas I had COVID very badly, even though I had all my jabs. And it continued after 2 weeks that I was so weak, I couldn't do the activities that I'm used to doing. I can no longer sing, my voice is completely gone, so I can't sing with the choir that I sang with. But I'm regaining my health, and one of the lovely things that's happened to me is that I've joined this group and that I've met new people, and I have the incentive now to get up and go out, which I didn't have before. So it's an ongoing thing, and I'm hoping it'll improve even more.
I suppose the highlight of my summer was bad and good. I thought my brother was at death's door, so I rushed down to Norfolk to see him. And when I got there, he'd made a miraculous recovery, and he's much better than he was. And so I suppose that's the highlight of my summer. And of course, coming to places like this, where you can sit and talk to people and take the pee a bit and have a laugh and a joke. And that's what you need in life when you become a single person again. It's very difficult when you're stuck indoors on your own, meeting people, which is, we're thankful for Niburu and whatever the MHA is it? Yeah. Do it your bloody self.
All I'm going to say is I'm very pleased to say I live a boring life. I didn't go on holiday this year. My bucket and spade's still in the garden, so I'm quite happy with that. The only thing that was slightly different is that my granddaughter came to stay with us. And I'm not too sure how to entertain a 19-year-old. But we went to London, we went to Covent Garden, we got on the boat and went to Greenwich, we had sandwiches from Marks and Sparks, then we came back. Where do you want to go? Covent Garden. Well, once you've seen one juggler, you've seen them all. Anyway, we walked past the theatre and it said, My Fair Lady. So I said, does she know it? No, she doesn't. So I walked in there. Any seats? Loads, he said. And today we have a special offer, half price. So we went to see My Fair Lady that evening. And I'm very pleased to say she enjoyed it, which was my highlight, to say that she enjoyed something which was a routine thing in England. So that was my highlight.
Well, I think Martin will be very pleased. I haven't got much to say. But, I mean, my highlight is completing my whole week of being able to go out here, there and everywhere between, say, 10 and 4, seeing people who I've collected up to groups and various things. And sometimes I have a situation where on Wednesday afternoon, I've got so many things I could do that I could be in about 3 or 4 different places. But no, the highlight is not to be home.
Thank you very much indeed for listening. We hope you've enjoyed us reliving our summer memories.